Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zay back with another discussion video with my boys D'Angelo. this is this is why I got him turned down, man. And my boy Jermaine over there.
That's me. That's me.
GG in the background, you know, the game that he's bad at. Anyway, so today, as I said, we're back with another fantastic, immaculate. Okay, I like that word. I use it in not the previous video before that. Discussion video. All right, we're back with another one, and I'm hoping that this is okay. Well, I have to say, I am going to enjoy these next couple videos because this.
Yo, this is dude.
I'm going to enjoy these next couple discussion videos because this anime, Psycho Pass, is one of a kind. I mean, I don't think, I hold on. I don't mean like it's like, oh my gosh, this anime is like just perfect or anything, right? But I feel like that this has a lot of stuff that has yet to be unpacked, and I feel like that this is one of the more complete like first seasons of an anime that I have seen in a while. The one thing I want to talk about is the end of episode 11, my guy. Bro, when I saw Akane down there with both those guns out and she shot that rifle and didn't kill the dude, bro. And what is his name? I have it up here. What's his name? Makishima. I think they pronounce it Makishima. I think is how they pronounce it in Japanese. But bro, when he slit her throat, I was just like, oh my gosh. For me, it was impactful because it shows like Akane still developing as a character. She's what? She's younger than 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 19. And to me, it's like this is the same thing that's happened to Kogami, the enforcer, who used to be detective or whatever they call him. I just wanted to get y'all's kind of thoughts on that whole kind of build up, or any other thoughts you guys want to talk about. But for me, that was a big point, big takeaway, big impactful moment for me was episode 11, right when we was ending it off for this video. So I guess D'Angelo, if you want to go first.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. I like that it has consequence, like in
Yes.
the show itself.
Yes.
It's like he literally gave her the gun, and I like the fact that, like you said, the character development. She's still like on that path of if the gun tells me to shoot, I will shoot. And 9 times out of 10, we saw in like the first episode when the gun does tell her to shoot people, she still don't really want to shoot them because she gives them the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
So the fact that he was just like, you can stop this if you really wanted to. You can easily stop me from doing this. And the fact that she just still can do it and he just actually killed her, I like the consequence.
What I took from the scene was a little bit different. What I take from it is, that the whole their world is governed by the Sybil system,
Right.
and if you this certain hue or whatever, or this criminal coefficient, then you are considered either a latent criminal or a criminal, and you are the gun literally it judges you by your coefficient, and then it executes you. There's no jail, there's no rehabilitation, there's no trial. It kills you, and so they are living by this. And I think that moment there, where it's not judging the guy who's planning to murder her friend as a criminal, though he is one, is going to be like a breaking point for her, where she realizes that this Sybil system is nowhere close to perfect, and that perhaps she should maybe start thinking with her own brain, thinking more on her feet as opposed to just relying on it for everything, and just seeing it as the end all be all for what's right and what's wrong.
To me though, I guess just in general, I think that it fit her character, and now I'm looking towards like, now I want to see, does she turn into someone like Kogami, right, the enforcer dude, or does she stay herself, right, and is she able to kind of balance that out, somehow? Is she able to kind of cope with that decision that she made? So I'm very interested in seeing what happens with her going forward. is there anything else again that you any other points of interest, topics of interest that you guys want to touch on?
I want to touch on the antagonists who are committing the crimes for a second, and I wanted to
Mhm.
kind of just pick you guys' brains about which ones you liked, which ones you didn't like,
Yeah.
that sort of.
The ones where I thought like did a really good job, like for being like just pawns basically for him, I would say the one where I forgot what it's called, like when he was like basically like killing the people and running their chat rooms, like doing that. Like, I
Oh,
don't know. For me, I feel
um,
like that was very. It's like I'm not. This is what I'm gonna say about it. He picks people where they're actually talented, cause like they were saying, like that takes a lot of talent to kill somebody off, and then you fake beat them, and like their supporters can't even tell the difference.
mhm.
Like just doing that is just very impressive to me. Same thing with the artist. Like she would, kill like her victims and then she would artistically make a sculpture out of it. And it's like
Yeah.
it's very just unique in its own way, but it's impressive at that.
I don't know who my favorite one is, to be honest. I liked how things played out with Rikako, who and like just kind of how they were able to figure out, like, basically she had kind of the same MO as, I think his name was Tomo or Toma, the previous one who killed Kogami's previous colleague. Like I liked that in those few episodes. That gave us more backstory, and I think part of it is that it gave us backstory into Kogami and kind of insight into how he became who he was. But then it kind of showed, then it introduced, Makishima, and showed like this guy is actually just the guy pulling the strings, right? He's not actually doing anything, like he's not actually committing the crimes, but he's pulling the strings. So it was just like this interconnection between everything and how everything worked, and then you soon understood, like, man, this is kind of getting, I wouldn't say complicated, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot of people involved. So Jermaine, do you have any?
Yeah, I also like the artist girl, but I also enjoyed the hunter, the guy who would in the robot body.
Yeah.
Who would
Yeah.
hunt the failures. I thought his motivations were, of course, it was twisted, but it was also really interesting how he was believing that by killing these people and like seeking this thrill of hunting them, he would extend his brain's lifespan past what did they say, 150 years? Or
Yeah,
something?
they said 150 years.
So it's kind of like, I'm not saying I would do it, but you could see you could see if perhaps he thought I could live forever by hunting these people, then maybe you could see why he might do it. I felt like although he was the least human of the antagonists,
Mhm.
had the most logical reason for his criminal behavior. So
Yeah.
I
They kind of threw in some things and later on explained it, or like they just kind of threw stuff in. It was like, oh yeah, like for example the hue, right? The hue and like the crime coefficient, like that was, I feel like that's kind of a little convoluted, I would say kind of confusing almost. And maybe I'm wrong, but it's just like I like the hue and crime coefficient, like they're the same, right? Or are they different? Like that's what I'm still asking myself. Are they the same or are they different?
they
Unbelievable.
serve essentially the same purpose. It's like
Yeah.
also on the fence about that. Like if you have the number, why do you need the color? You don't need
Right.
both to do the same thing.
Right.
But I think the reason they do that is so that they don't want to say his number is too high. They want to say, all right, his hue is cloudy. It sounds
Mhm.
like more mysterious.
Right. Well, and the other thing too is that, so they put this big emphasis initially on Kogami specifically, where they're like, yeah, this guy used to be an enforcer, and or no, not enforcer, a detective, whatever they call him. I still don't know. I'm just gonna call him a detective. So they say that he used to be a detective, and what is the guy's name? Ginoza. He used to be his partner, his previous partner, but then after obviously stuff went down with Kogami's previous colleague and him dying, then his crime coefficient went up, right? And ever since he's never been the same. What I don't understand is exactly that. Like, why is he looked at or looked down upon, at least specifically by Ginoza, saying that he can't come back from it. But then you see the lady in the first episode who like basically got raped by the dude, right? And then like her crime coefficient shot up. They took her into custody, but then they released her because then Akane a few episodes later was like, oh yeah, her crime coefficient went back down.
I mean, I don't think it's permanent. All right. So I get what you're saying. So I'm assuming it's as far as like, how can I say it? Like Kazumi. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but
Well,
yeah,
sorry,
the-
which one? Which one?
the pretty much the other main character, like
Uh,
the guy.
Kogami.
Kogami.
Kogami. Yeah.
Kogami. All right, so I'm assuming he was a detective. His partner died, and then he went off and got his thing high. So what I'm assuming is going on here. I don't think he's saying like he can't ever come back from it. I want to say maybe he's like implying like, okay, he could probably come back from it, but he's so far gone to this point where it's like, I don't think it's possible.
They also like to throw in those little things like sometimes detectives, in order to catch criminals, they get into their line of thinking in their mind state, and this can raise their crime coefficient or whatever. And
Right.
that's what labeled as latent criminals.
Yep. Yeah, so next week, well, actually, how many seasons of this are there?
I think it's
I
two,
think-
ain't it?
I think there's a third, but it's just
Okay. Either way, we'll decide by the end of, or by the upload of next video, not this one, but the next one. We'll decide on what direction we'll go, and then if we go with the new anime, I guess we'll end up telling you guys. So if you guys enjoyed the video, again, hit the subscribe button, and feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment. I'm gonna give these guys a couple of seconds to go ahead and do their thing. So go ahead, boys.
You going first?
no.
I got this. Hello, I didn't see you guys there. If you have a Twitch Prime account, you can link that to your Amazon Prime account. You can subscribe to your favorite Twitch streamers, Ninja, Shroud, whoever you want. And with that, you can.
He just
got up and walked away.
he just really promoted other channels in my YouTube video. Oh my gosh. You're fired after this video. You're going on leave. Not even paid leave. Leave. Jermaine?
I got nothing to say.
All right, I think that's how we end the video, man. Let's just get out of here, man. Yeah, we're out. That's all I'm doing, man. We're out of here.